Hey everybody, welcome to Cooking with C. Oh nope, I did it. See, we're late and we're all thrown off. Guys, welcome to the hot seat. I'm your host CJ of Cooking with CJ, as I just said. Tonight we have an awesome guest. Oh shit, I did it. God. We are all messed up tonight. Kent, see what you did? You threw me off and made me leave my mute unmuted. We're going off the rails tonight, guys. We're gonna have some fun tonight. We have a great guest. We have Rob from BBQ PIT DOG. I always want to mess that up. I want to say Pit Dog Barbecue or Doggy Pit Barbecue or whatever. So I just want to make sure I got it right. It's BBQ PIT DOG. Rob is one of the greatest dudes on the YouTube cooks community. Everybody loves him, and much more. Everybody loves Duke, his dog, which he said he'll get on camera pretty soon. All right, Kent, I want to introduce my co-host with the most, Kent Vandy Weird. How you doing, brother?
Good. How about you guys?
Oh, dude, fabulous, man, fabulous. Got a little off. I started on a bad foot, but we'll get through this. All right. Shout out to my mods in the chat, all the little blue wrenches. We got Hobo, Kris Nichol. We have Jay, LeprakonTV. Scotty from In for the Grill, and I don't see Kirby yet, and I'm pretty sure Red will not be moderating tonight because he's down under. I am not drunk yet, but shit, I might as well be. Let's see here. Let me shout out to the people in the chat. We got 1984 Barbecue John. We got Cooking with Corey. We got John McGuire. How you doing, brother? Good to see you in there. Piff's in the house. Phil in Florence. How you doing, guys? Never trust a skinny chef. Shane, how you doing, brother? Got Dan from Smoky Goodness. Miss Booger's in the house. Mike from Culinary Cookhouse. Pickles Barbecue. Easy Bake. Bottle Cap Barbecue. See Roundhouse. Eric from Roundhouse Ranch. There's Meat Cranium Barbecue and Review. See Tom Horseman in there. Ken Rogers, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. See here, Nigel, the greatest YouTube supporter out there. Nigel's in the house. Scooter Too Cool, Rythrill, and I don't care if I said that wrong. See JP Barbecue. What's up, Juan? How you doing? LT and Griddle Me This. All right, if I haven't called you out, I'll be on the lookout for you guys, and we'll give a shout the next time around. I do have a little different lighting. I'm not sure I dig it, but I don't want to look like I'm just hiding in the corner looking all spooky, like, because Halloween's over, right? Okay, that being said, Big Rob, how you doing, brother? Welcome to the show. Say hi to the people.
Hey, CJ and Kent and everybody out there. Thanks so much for having me on, man. This is so cool.
Dude, we are very, very excited to have you on for sure. I'm glad we were able to get you on here. I'm glad we did a little test run. It's funny is we did a test run to make sure you'd be able to jump on this, and we end up having a problem on our end. So sorry about that, brother, but we got there. Let's see here. Real quick, I want to thank you for your service. We're big fans of the vets in our group here. You're Navy retired, right? Or
No, sir, not retired.
Yes,
not
sir.
retired.
Yes, sir, the Navy.
Yeah.
So again, thank you for your service. We we all appreciate it, and we love our vets on our channel, on the hot seat, and everybody in the community loves you guys. So I'm ready. I'm ready to get jumping on these hard-hitting questions. Are you ready?
Yes, sir. Let's go for it, man. I'm ready.
All right, brother. Let's do this. All right, let's just start off where you're from, where you're living at right now. Go for it.
Okay, I'm originally from Ohio. I grew up in a little farm town, southern Ohio on the river called Gallipolis. Lived there until I joined the Navy. I left when I was about 20 years old and bounced around. I never went overseas, but bounced around the United States a few spots, and then ended up in Florida near Jacksonville. I actually live in Orange Park, Florida now, but I was stationed at Mayport, which is right outside Jacksonville also. And I've been here ever since. I came here in 1985 and been here ever since. I don't want to go back up there and shovel snow. I'd much rather go to the beach in the wintertime. So that's just how, I traveled around and ended up here, and I love it. And I'll never go back. I'll never leave Florida, I don't think. Actually, I'm ready to move farther south because we get cool weather here, and I don't enjoy that at all. So that's my travels. And this is where I ended up, so I love it.
Where about in Florida are you from?
It's Northeast Florida. It's up near the Florida-Georgia border,
Okay.
pretty much on the East Coast, right in that area. So
did you have any problems with that the hurricane that just ran through?
No, not this one. It went well west of us. So we got one last year, but this year, the one they got this year was just horrible. I feel so bad for the people over there. Thank God it didn't come here, and that was just super destructive of a really, really nice area over there too. I feel bad.
All right, cool. All right, I want to talk about your name. Where did you come up with BBQ PIT DOG?
That's a good one. I don't know how I got it. It was mostly surrounded around Duke. I was just trying to find something that was kind of unique. It's really not about me. It was more about him, because everybody sees how what we call is sit pretty. He sits like that when he wants something. He'll sit by the door and set up like that when he wants to go outside, or when he wants food or anything like that. So the name was just surrounded by him. When I'd be outside grilling, he would just be sitting there. He'll sit like that and just stare at the grill like he's in a trance. And it's all about barbecue. So it's just kind of like, hey, he's the BBQ PIT DOG, and we just kind of went with that. So that's how that started.
Right on, right on. I tell you, man, Duke is the one. He's your moneymaker, man. Everybody loves that dog. I love seeing when you take him around the neighborhood on that cart. That is just too much fun to watch that. I have a little dog too, and I'm sure he'd jump off and make a run for it. So he's so cool with him, with the little sunglasses running on there. It's freaking awesome to see, dude. Before we get going a little bit more, I want to shout out some more people we see in the chat. We're up to 40 viewers. I don't see Keith Bettag. He's usually one kind of keeping track for me. But let me shout out some people I see in there. Jesse Lynn Somerville Kane. Is that one of your people?
Yep, that's Jesse Lynn.
Jesse Lynn. The Kane is funny, as my mother's maiden name is Kane, so maybe we're kinfolk somewhere down the line. Let's see here. Joey B's in the house, the real Joey B. I saw him run by. Soul Food Cooking's in the house. Smoking Joe's Barbecue. Big's Home Cooking. Sal, the Root Boy Cooks, is in the house. Christy's Cooking Channel, of course, is here. Always here to support. Florida Pirate Adventures, welcome, brother. Good to see you in there. DR Outdoors, Cooking with Rye. How you doing, Ryan? Or Ryan, not Ryan. Sorry about that. Budman, and Two Family Homestead, which reminds me, not to take away from what we're doing here today, but this coming Monday, no, the 12th of November, I'll be on the Two Family Homesteads interview show. So I'll be doing a little video to put up there to remind you guys to go to their channel on Monday the 12th. So good things happening. All right. Okay, back to the questions, my man. You're doing great so far. I'm sorry we got off on a bad foot, but I'm glad we got everything working out and working through. So what is your real job besides YouTube?
My real job.
Your real job, because YouTube ain't paying the bills yet.
No, I don't expect them to either. So my real job is I'm an independent contractor. I actually do work for various property management companies. We do work on pre-foreclosure and foreclosed properties in the Northeast and Central Florida area. We also perform inspections, pre-foreclosure inspections, and insurance loss inspections. So we basically, when people walk away from their homes, they send us in to secure up the home and cure any code violations, you know, like try to clean up the exterior, remove any hazards, mold, all kinds of things like that, just to make the property safe. Make sure they don't get any fines from their local government, and just maintain the property until the property is actually foreclosed, and then the bank will own it, and then they'll resell it. So that keeps me busy.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. I don't see Mega Fred in here yet, but why don't we hold off on this question just in case he jumps in there? To all the people that have said I've been drinking already, I have not. I just started, just had a couple sips off that drink. Just a little flustered trying to get going. Kent threw me all off. I blame Kent. He's about to get his bonus taken away. That's all you got. Ah! Bonus. Crazy talk. All right. Kent, you got a couple questions for him?
Well, Rob, the first thing everybody wants to know is, where is Duke?
Well, Duke is he's actually in the house right now begging for pizza. So he will be out here in just a little bit. I got a spot set up over here on the golf cart for him. So he'll be out here soon. And he just wants to come out and say hi, and then he'll probably run back in the house and beg for more. So he'll be out here in just a little bit.
All right. Yeah, there's been quite a few questions about where's Duke, where's Booger. Booger's a big one. He wants to see the dog. So speaking of Booger and Duke, he wants to know, where did you get him and how did you come up with his name?
He was what I call a hand-me-down dog. Someone that I knew had, you know, they got him as a puppy, and they named him Duke, and they couldn't take care of him anymore for one reason or another. So we took him in, and that's been about 10 years ago now. And he was just, you know, he's kind of a, I don't know, I call him a pit. He's like a mixed pit bull and a vacuum cleaner, because he eats anything in the world, or he'll suck it right up, you know, and he has that pit bull crocodile head on him. And he's just, he's very unique, but yeah, he just kind of stumbled into my lap, kind of. So, but he's okay. He's the money maker.
So there you go. I never heard it put that way, mixed with a vacuum cleaner. But, oh, hey, CJ, I'm going to let you off the hook here. I want to personally welcome Texas-style barbecue and cuisine Chef Johnny.
I saw him jump in, and I wrote his name down. He totally would have got a shout out next.
you know, he's sensitive kind of guy, and I saw him, so I just wanted to throw that in there. All right. Is Duke your only pet, Rob? That's
no, actually, we have
soul food cooking.
No, I have 4 dogs. I have, and they're all 4 hand-me-down dogs. I have, you got Duke. We have another one that's kind of like a Cocker Beagle mix. She's like a medium size, and there's a couple kind of Chihuahua mix. I guess they're, I don't know, ankle biters. But that's it. They're all hell raisers too. They're all ready to rule the world and, you know, control the neighborhood and everything. But yeah, 4 dogs. That's about 4 too many. But no, I love animals. That's why we have 4.
That's awesome. Roundhouse Ranch Barbecue wants to know, are you a trusty shellback or a slimy wog?
I'm a slimy wog. I never took a long ride on a ship. I was in 6 years, but I worked on helicopters the whole time. I only did a small detachment. I never even did a long cruise. I was lucky. So we just did the just small detachment, drug enforcement. Went down and played around in Cuba for a while. That's back before, you know, you could even go to Cuba, but or not. We didn't really play around, but, you know, cruising around. But anyway, it was I was lucky. I was very fortunate. I was in 6 years and never had to do a long cruise. So, yeah, I'm one of them guys.
All right. So now you said earlier that you are not currently retired from the Navy. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, I only did 6 years in the Navy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Scott at In for the Grill wants to know, Rob, have you ever been to Canada?
When I was a kid, I was up there just in Niagara Falls, which is not much. I mean, you know, that's just a tourist spot, really. You know, I don't know if that even counts as going to Canada, even though it did. But no, I've never been to Canada. Never have been up there.
All right. And Mr. Hobo Nichol wants to know, this is the guy who picks up anything in the background of a picture. But he wants to know how many vehicles, boats, golf carts, blah, 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 that you own.
Yeah, I have a yard full of stuff for sure. I've got 3 trucks and 1 car and a trailer. I think that's it. And we just added a car. One of the girls here added a car a couple of weeks ago, so now we have 2 cars to add to that. So it's a lot for a house in a neighborhood. I need some property, but yeah, it's a parking lot, that's for sure.
I know the feeling with that, with 3 vehicles here and an RV and a pickup camper and a barbecue trailer. It gets kind of full.
Yeah.
So, all right, CJ, that is all I have for right now. So back
all right,
to
cool.
you.
So I know you just shouted out Chef, but everybody welcome Chef in the chat. Chef Johnny from Texas Style Barbecue and Cuisine. Everybody send prayers to Chef. He has a bum leg, had a little accident today. He's in a little walking boot. So get well soon, Chef. We're all praying for you, brother. A couple extra people jumped in the chat too. Eastwind Farms is in there. Eastwind, do me a favor, throw your name in there. I hate just shouting out channels. I want to know your name. Smoking Joe's.
CJ.
Yeah, babe.
His Eastwind Farms, it's Kris. We have another Kris.
Oh my gosh, how many Chris's are there? All right. Kris from Eastwind Farms. That should be hard to remember, honestly. Son of a Pizza Man, how you doing, brother, in there? Let's see here. Pit Life Barbecue. I've yet to meet him, so welcome. Barbecue and Bottles. I'll be making an announcement about Barbecue and Bottles at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. Smoking Joe's Pit Barbecue is in the house. So we got Smoking Joe's Barbecue and we got Smoking Joe's Pit Barbecue. Did you guys get together on the names and say, hey, you know, hey, we can mess these ones up? So everybody welcome. I appreciate it. Booger, I know you probably have Keith Bettag's number. Text him and make sure he's all right. He's usually one of the first people here, and we want to make sure that he's okay. All right? So if you don't mind doing that, Booger, please help me out. All right. So what got you started doing the YouTube videos? It hasn't been very long, right? A little about you?
No, I started in January.
Okay.
January this year. Actually, last year, right after the hurricane we had here, which was like mid-September, I was having blood pressure issues. I don't know. I think it was just stress and everything from that and work and just all kinds of stuff. Anyway, I ended up in the hospital, and I was in there for a few days, and I got out. A little background on me: I don't sit around and watch TV. I'm usually I'm outside all the time doing something, working on something. I work 6-7 days a week, and I complain about it. I want a day off, and then when I take a day off, I'm like, what the hell am I going to do now? You know, I can't sit still. So anyway, after I got out of the hospital, I had to sit still for, you know, a few days, a week, whatever. And so I sat there and I flipped through the channels and flipped and was like, my God, what am I paying for this TV for? There's nothing here that I like. So for some reason, I decided to get on the laptop and watch YouTube. And I mean, just to I looked something up, and then I probably saw some, you know, on the side of the screen, the little notifications come up about some, and I always like cooking shows. I love the Food Network and the Cooking Channel, but you know, there's certain things that I like, and there's a lot of things that I don't really care for. So just started watching YouTube and watched, you know, a lot of different people, and probably more of the bigger channels with, you know, thousands and hundreds of thousands of subscribers. And I just got to thinking, you know, I cook good food. I'm not bragging at all. I mean, I love to cook. I cook food, and it's usually pretty good. I was like, hell, I could do that. So why not try to make a video? And it's everybody out there knows it's difficult when you start. You can make some awesome food, but you can make some really shitty videos, you know. I mean, really, they're really bad. I know even now, I'm not happy with a lot of my videos, but I know some of the first ones were horrible, but the food's good. So, and if you're doing it for fun, I mean, what's it really matter? You know, you're on there having a good time, and you know, it was fun, and then you can critique yourself. And this cooking community, barbecue community, nobody gives you crap about your videos, hardly ever. I get a negative comment. I've had maybe like 4 or 5 this year, you know, and I know some things are bad and some things are wrong, but people are I thought it was going to be very competitive, and it's not at all. It's just the opposite. People are so encouraging and helpful, and they don't suggest, you know, why did you do this, or, you know, what the hell were you thinking, or something like that. It's just cool. It's like we're all family, man, and everybody just takes care of each other and helps each other, and that's why I'm hooked on it now, you know.
I completely agree. Every time we start talking about it, or, you know, even in the chats later on, or, you know, just BSing or whatever, the community is what has kept, I think, 75% of the people doing this and wanting to be a part of it. And, you know, I have friends now that I never would have known, but like Kent is a friend, you know, and he's in Iowa. You know, it's just amazing how this stuff can bring us all together. Different, you know, walks of life, races, whatever, you know, men, women, you know, just everybody's bringing together, and it's just such a cool thing. So I'm completely with you when it comes to that's why I'm still here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're exactly right, CJ. And there are, like, I went and met some excuse me, I went and met some YouTube friends in Louisiana. I don't know, back in August, September, whenever it was. And you know, it's Blues Guitar Fishing Antics channel, and I met Blues finally in person. I talked to him, and, you know, we just kind of stumbled across each other on YouTube, and actually went out there and met him and Flounder Girl and some other friends of his, and we all talk on the phone all the time now. I mean, you just meet good people like you, and, you know, like Red, and, you know, all just there's just all kinds of people. And I see other channels that have meetups, like you guys had the I think it was the North California meetup, or the California.
SoCal, man, SoCal.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
California, the there.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, just things like that. Now you guys are all friends, and, you know, and I'm sure that'll happen again, you know. So I just think it's very cool. Like Phil and Florence, you know, people like that. You know, Phil is just he has a huge channel, but he comments on every one of my videos. He's got to be the nicest, coolest guy in the world, which I've never met because he lives too damn far north, you know. But no, I'm just kidding, Phil. But it's a great community. It really is. It's awesome. And I've met a lot of new, I call them friends. There's a lot of people I haven't even met in person yet, but I still consider them friends. Definitely.
Yep. We do these chats and hangouts in the hot seat, whatever, and it's astounding to me that we could all get together like this and have these wonderful chats and no negativity, no BS. You know, you can be honest with everybody, whatever, and everybody is willing to help make your channel better. It's not competitive. It's more, bring it together and help everybody out. So that's just very a good thing. So very a good thing. I'm using my proper English tonight. Very good thing. It's good shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm rubbing off on you probably.
Getting that southern stuff. All right, so just a couple more shots to the channel. Jimmy Q's here. See Mona G, how you doing? Mike Montoya, he's another SoCal boy. He's out a bit further east than I am, but he's here. He'll be in the next meetup, I'm sure. Smoking Jazz Barbecue. I think that's pretty much everybody. Yes, Hobo is good at constructive criticism out of everybody. He does not believe women should be allowed in the chat. Smoking Joe's Pit Barbecue, not just barbecue, but Pit Barbecue. No, that's not the wacky tobacco behind me. It's just a fake palm tree. I don't try to touch that stuff very often. So anyway, let's see here. Would you say your channel's just basically barbecue, or do you try to do other things too? Incorporate all cooking?
I would like to incorporate more. It's but right now it's pretty much, I would say 95% barbecue. I was doing some paninis, which I really like to do, and I haven't done in a long time. And I've bought some other equipment, which I haven't even done any filming with. But I just have to expand out, I guess. I didn't know because of the name of the channel if I really should stick to barbecue or not. But yeah, I like to cook a lot of different things, but I've really been focused on barbecue this year as far as mainly almost everything that I cook. But I don't make a lot of, I need to make more sides. I've done some things this summer when I had my little garden. Did some things with some salads and stuff, and I got a few comments, like people were like, what's a vegetable, and things like that, because they just want meat, so. But I'd like to get in. I'd like to be more like you, like get more in. It doesn't have to be barbecue all the time. It can be, but like you were telling me earlier about dinner, just incorporate. And I love using leftovers, man. I love using leftovers. You could cook one thing and make something totally different a day or two later with your leftovers, Right. And you know that from experience. So I would like to get into, maybe get into filming some more different types of cooks.
I feel like Kid's about to say something smart ass, and we just got to let him sit. We got to sit back and let him talk. So go for it, Kid.
No, all I was going to do is remind Rob about what he said he might put on in his little his upload for the hot seat.
What's that?
Rob's got a sexy little hat like you got.
Oh yeah. Sorry, my shirt's a little buggy. Go ahead. Yeah, I want to see that fedora you got there, brother.
All right, you guys talk for a second. I got to go over here. I'm trying to get Duke to get up in position here, and he's not cooperating. He's over here begging for food. So.
All right, no sweat. Go get your hat.
Just take a second.
Yeah,
just take a second.
A couple other people I saw jump in the chat. I saw Amy Lynn's in there. What's up? How you doing? Let's see here. The Rindray. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but welcome. You're new to the hot seat, so welcome, guys. I haven't said it before already, but everybody, whether it's myself or Kent or the Blue Wrenches, the moderators, you click show more down below. You can find links to all of them and subscribe to them. And then if you see anybody in the chat, 3 little dots next to their comment, click on that, go to the channel, subscribe to them. Again, we're this tight community. We want to support everybody. So if you're new here, make sure you support everybody in there. Everybody sub to everybody. Keep helping everybody grow. So that's my piece on that one. Looks like Rob's back with the dope hat. There you go, brother.
How's that?
Sunglasses on.
How's that?
There's the man right there.
This is my dollar store hat right here. What do you think?
Oh man, that's.
Oh, and sorry to interrupt. And one more thing, I'm going to show you the star of the show. I think he's over here ready to say hello. I don't know if you can see him or not.
Is that our boy?
There
Say
he
hi,
is.
dude. Can you see him?
Oh yeah,
Kind of hard to see. He won't set up. I don't know why he won't set up. Anyway, he's watching.
Well, that just made it all worth it. Thanks for stopping by tonight, guys. Take care. Oh, no.
And yeah, and that's one other thing, Rob, is that came up in the chat. Nobody ever knew you had eyeball glasses on.
They never knew what? I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
I said everybody in the chat was saying they thought it was funny you actually had eyeballs because you always have your sunglasses on.
Hey, you got to have some kind of a niche or your trademark, or it can't be all Duke all the time. Hell, he's making all the money, you know.
Hobo just asked when you're getting a fedora. Listen, I'm going to Vegas this weekend. I may stop by my hat store there and I'll pick something up for a can. Maybe. If I can make my way over there. You never know though.
So that's a no.
Hey, I'm just saying I might be drinking. I might be doing something else. We're meeting Josh and Babe tomorrow, and you never know what's gonna happen with them peoples. Them crazy ones. Vegas. All right, Tom, we're gonna meet me out there. Let's do this. All right. So, what do you use when you film? You got a setup, or you use an iPhone? What do you got?
I just have a Samsung phone and a GoPro. I think it's a GoPro 5, 6, something like that. That's really all I ever use. I have some tripods. I forget what it's called. A couple of the small tripods, and I have a couple larger ones which I've only used once. I like the ones I can't remember the name of them. You know, they have the flexible legs, and I can wrap. Yeah, I can wrap them around anything.
Something like something or other.
Yeah, or something like that. Yeah, I have a Santa Maria accessory which sets on the Weber kettle, and I use it as a tripod a lot actually because I cook mainly on that pit barrel cooker, and I'll wrap the legs around that thing and get different angles and stuff like that, and it's pretty cool. You know, it's easy to use. I can set it; it'll stand. And like I said, you can attach it to just about anything. I've used it on the golf cart, or in the kitchen, or out in the yard. It just depends on where I'm at. But that's really all I use. I don't have any heavy duty equipment at all.
Right on. When you obviously we talked about how you do mostly barbecuing. What is your favorite thing to use out there? Is it the pit barrel? Do you have offset? What is your favorite thing to use?
Yeah, it's the pit barrel.
Yeah.
It's probably because it's the easiest, but it's everything comes off that thing perfect. And I'm not, they don't pay me. I know so many people out there that have got free pit barrel cookers, and or not free. I'm sorry, complimentary. And no, I'm just kidding. Because that's the first thing I got. Before I even started this channel was I did a lot of research, and I heard so many good things about this pit barrel cooker, and I'd never even seen a video on it. So I bought one and got it and tried it, and I don't know, it's my favorite. I mean, there's everybody has their favorite, but everything I cook on it comes out perfect. I think. I just made some chicken a couple days ago. It was injected with some Cajun seasoning and butter, and I didn't even put any rubs on anything, and it come out golden brown, just looked like it had been rubbed with, the greatest seasoning in the world. But it just, to me, it's my favorite. I really like that pit barrel cooker. Well,
like we were talking about before we went live, is the chicken I smoked that I used for the chicken and dumplings I made. It was off the pit barrel, and it was just outstanding. And I put that in, the soup, and it was just added so much more flavor to it. It was nice to Usually when I cook, you know, I told you, we have a big family here. So we eat what we cook. But if we don't, say the kids are gone or whatever, I'm taking it to the office the next day, and all the people get to eat well, right?
Mm-hmm.
This particular time, I had the chicken left over. I didn't take it to the office, so chicken and dumplings is what we made, and it was freaking outstanding, you know. So I'm not bragging, but it was. Stay tuned for the video out there. Hey, Cooking with James showed up. How you doing, brother? Hobo, I have not been Bill Cosby. I'm just having a rough hot seat, I guess. I don't know. Not drunk, not high, not stoned yet. Just somehow I just can't get the words out. So anyway, let's see. Funniest thing that has happened to you while you were filming that didn't make it on the final cut?
It's in my bloopers video. You can't really see it. But I was watching, I can't remember, Roundhouse Ranch Barbecue. I can't remember that young man's name right now for some reason. Eric, yeah, Eric. Okay, I had just watched a couple of his videos, and he was kind of doing like a selfie stick. He did a whole video like that where he was kind of just filming himself as he did whatever the cook was. This has been months ago. I can't remember what the cook was, but I was like, I'm going to try that, you know? So I went in the house and I got everything ready, and I come walking out, and I started here in the garage and was walking out to the barbecue, and I did it a couple times and screwed things up. And then on the way out, as I was carrying my tray, I was looking down at the camera the whole time. And then all of a sudden everything just slid off and hit the driveway. And I just kind of stood there. I don't even remember what I said, but if you go back and look at my bloopers video, that's probably the funniest thing that ever happened. And Duke, I'm surprised Duke didn't attack that raw food on the ground. He just kind of sat there and looked at me like, what the hell did you do that for? Like he knew that wasn't right. But that's probably the funniest thing that I can think of that's happened. Right. There's been a few other where when I was cooking on the panini press, had some things fall off the spatula, and one time I had some chicken hanging in the pit barrel cooker, and it got so tender that it just fell right off the hook. Big Lou, he makes fun of me about that. He sent me one of them Cajun pit sticks. I won a giveaway his, and when he sent it to me, he said, "Yeah, I can use that to dig my chicken out of the bottom of the pit barrel when it falls off the hooks."
That's awesome. All right. Couple more questions and we'll run back to King. It's my favorite question I ask everybody. I hope you were prepared for it. But if Hollywood were to make a video or a movie about your videos, about your channel, about yourself, who's playing Big Rob?
I'm not prepared.
You're not prepared. All right. So
no. That's fine. I'll wing it. What the hell? You know, I can wing it. Let's go with Nicolas Cage. What do you say?
I have a hard time on that one. Ken, what do you think? I think
I'm prepared for that question. Let me get back to you.
All right.
I'm mixing a drink. Leave me alone.
Oh, sorry. You're fixing a drink. Are you on your Union 15?
Union 20.
Union 20. Fair enough. Someone said Mr. Belvedere in the chat. All right, guys. I'm not feeling Nick Cage just because I don't think you're that crazy. He's a little wacky. Guys, throw in the chat who you guys think Big Rob is in Hollywood.
Yeah,
Nick
Nolte.
I don't know if that's much better. Nick Nolte. I can see that. We'll get you a blown out hair. You'll be all right.
I was thinking Sam Kinison.
Oh, yeah. All right, so we got another Big Rob in the house, chilling and grilling with Rob D. Welcome, brother. And I see Jeremiah Johnson. Pam's Great Outdoor Adventures. Welcome, Pam. Booger, did you ever get a hold of Keith? Just want to make sure he's okay. If not, if you didn't get a hold of him, no worries. We'll check on him later. Oh, Ray Liotta. I like that. Like before the plastic surgery and the quit smoking. Ray Liotta, I got that. Hedgehog? Oh, she must be saying someone else. Clint Eastwood. Ooh. Little young Dirty Harry. I'm in with that. Arnold Schwarzenegger. All right, so you're getting a little out of control there. I don't know about that one. Too much hams. I don't know. I don't get that one, Hobo. All right, last question, then we'll go to Kent. So, as we kind of talked about it before, what's kept you going on the grind this past year?
As far as
The YouTube channel and keep producing videos and keep wanting to keep doing this.
I don't know. I enjoy it. I'll be honest with you. I hit a little lull here lull. That's a hard word to say, lull. I slowed down. I've slowed down maybe 2 or 3 months ago. Just kind of wasn't feeling it. I don't know how to describe it. It seemed kind of monotonous. Just kind of like the same old once in a while. It kind of hits you like that. And then you get motivated again, and you get new ideas. Like I watched, like I said, I don't watch a lot of TV, but last night I watched some food, or last 2 nights I watched some Food Network. There's a show, Chef Michael Simon on there. I forget the name of the show. It's like
Burgers, Brew, and Q.
Yeah, and that's an awesome show, man.
Love that show.
And that's exactly what I want my channel to be. I mean, I should get more, maybe go, more into trying some different kind of beers with with things, and because there's a lot of people out there that enjoy that in the video, and there's other people that frown on the alcohol in the video, but I'm not promoting go out there and get shit faced and in trouble and things like that. It's just about trying something different and something new. So I don't know, but yeah, it's up and down with me. But I'm back into it again. But yeah, I did slow down there for a little bit, but I don't know. You just kind of, especially when you're new, man, you're just like, look at all these new channels out there now. There seems like a lot of new, really, and all of them are good. All these new channels that I see, and I really try to support them. As soon as I stumble across them, I will, I try to support them and watch their videos as much as I can. And I can't keep track of all the names, and it's hard to watch everybody's videos because, I mean, I get notifications. Everybody does, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. You get notifications, just bam, bam, bam. You get up in the morning, and there's like 30 on there, and you just, it's hard to keep up with everybody. But I'm sure everybody goes through it. It's just self-motivation, it's something that you love to do, so it keeps you going, I think.
Yeah, I'm with you, and I agree with you too about hitting a little wall. It got down to that for me, I don't know, a couple months back, that it was like becoming a job, and no one wants to do this as a job unless you're getting paid money, I guess. But it felt like a job. It felt like you had to keep doing the videos and doing the same thing. And I noticed on one of my videos that I looked like I was someone put a gun to my head to do the damn video. I looked so angry and like, just make the fucking dish, whatever. So I had to step back, and we were all chatting about it, and it's like, it needs to be fun again. So, I had to take a step back just like you, and I have a goal. I know what I want to do, but if it's going to be something that I'm going to be angry about or not want to do, then it's not worth my time. Hey, Mrs. Dutch, how you doing?
No, I agree, CJ. It's and if you put that pressure on yourself, I've got to do a video once a week is okay, I would say. But if you feel like you got to do so many videos a week, eventually it's going to catch up. And I've seen a lot of channels where it caught up with them, not just cooking, but other channels that you don't even see anything coming out of them anymore, because I'm assuming that they just kind of said, man, I just it's getting old. I need to do something different, maybe. I'm not sure.
Right. All right. Before we go to Kent, let's see. Aim 'em and claim 'em. Smokers is here. James, how you doing, brother? Chef said, I treat it like a job, but it's a job he loves. So that means you're winning right there, Chef, for sure. I think Vanessa's in the house. How you doing? Jay Wade, let's try it barbecue. And I think that's it. I think we're kind of caught up to everybody's in the chat. Again, make sure you guys are supporting everybody and hanging out and watching videos. I'm with you. I get tons of alerts all night. Mr. CJ likes to say my phone is like a damn slot machine because it keeps lighting up throughout the whole night. So but you know, I try to support as much as I can. I try to watch as many as I can. But it's hard. You know, I was looking at my what I'm subscribed to, and it's like 450 other channels. Granted, they're not all cooking channels because I do follow some poker vlogs and a couple of motivational type things, but more often than not, it's a cooking channel, and I want to support as much as possible, and I love watching other people do their thing, but you know, it's tough. I'm with you. See, Maria's World is here. How you doing, Maria? I think we're good with the chat. Kent, you got a couple questions for Big Rob?
Yeah, I actually have quite a little list here.
All right.
So, we will start out with Mr. Tom Horseman. Robbie wants to know, where do you find that great music that you use in your videos?
I actually subscribe to Epidemic Sound, and you have to pay for the music. I mean, it's a monthly subscription. I think it's $15-20 a month, and I mean, that might be a lot for some people, or it's not that much. But to me, my videos, the music to me is just as important as the food, because I don't know, I'm not a guy that stands there and talks and tells you every little single tiny detail of every little single thing that I do. That's just not me. I'm the kind of guy that goes in the kitchen and looks up in the cabinet and grabs this and that and sprinkles this and that on there, and I really don't, you know, I don't measure, I don't write down recipes normally, things like that. So that's why I like to throw that music in there and just let people watch what I do instead of standing there trying to talk to you and bore you to death. So yeah, it's Epidemic Music, and I do use a little bit of YouTube music, but it's a website which is called, like I said, Epidemic Music. It's very good. I'm sorry.
I'm writing that down.
I'm sorry. It's called Epidemic Sound. Epidemic Sound.
Yeah, Jay Wade says that's. He says that's great. He loves Epidemic Sound. So I gotta write that down. I'll check it out. Christy's Cooking Channel wants to know. She's trying to off you here, Rob. What would be your request for your last meal?
Ooh. Well, you have to come from where I come from. It's a pizza place where I grew up in Gallipolis, Ohio. It's called LeProkonTV Pizza. And I've had people that travel from Ohio down through Florida drop one off for me before. So my last meal, you'd have to look it up online, is LeProkonTV Pizza. It's the best damn pizza on the planet, hands down. I don't know why. I don't know what they do, but it would definitely be that LeProkonTV Pizza. And then also maybe some Christy skirt steak that Lloyd enjoyed so much the other day too. That'd be pretty good.
Oh, now you're going to make her blush. So, all right. Dan, Mr. Smoky Goodness, wants to know, in your daytime job, what's the strangest thing you ever found in an abandoned or house that you were working on? Strangest off-the-wall thing.
That's hard because I find a lot of strange things.
Give us your top 3 or 5.
It's really disgusting. I go in some really bad parts of Jacksonville, so you will go in. You'll find where I call them crackheads. they've broken into an abandoned house and they're laying on the floor. I've found them laying on the floor. You think they're dead. You call the sheriff's office and they come and they haul them out. You find, to be graphic, they shit their pants and they pull them off and they throw them in the floor and they're laying there naked. I mean, it's disgusting. Some of the crazy things that you find. Hookers go in there, all kinds of stuff. So, I mean, I don't want to gross y'all out, but it can get really nasty. You know, I'll tell you, I did come across a very strange situation today where it's nothing like that. We rolled up on a house today where the yard was 8 feet tall. It was 2 feet over my head. And the bank said that the house was vacant. And we went up and we pounded on the door and we started to change it because we basically have to break in. You have to change the locks and break into the house and secure the house up. And as we're pounding on the door or pounding on the lock to get the lock out and drill the lock out, we hear somebody yelling saying hello. And we thought it was the neighbor next door because usually the neighbors come out and they say, "Oh, we're so glad you're here cleaning up this property." And the hello was coming from inside the house. And the lady opened the door. She was actually living in the house. And I don't know if she was a squatter or what she was. So you just never know where it's going to come across. It's something different every day.
That's definitely got to be interesting for sure. So
Eastwood Farms, Kris at Eastwood Farms had a question. Were they at least good-looking hookers?
No.
No.
That's my one word answer.
You would.
Crackhead shitty hookers. Got it.
All right. Shane at Never Trust a Skinny Chef wants to know if you got any hunting land up in your neck of the woods he can come borrow.
Actually, I don't have any. There are hunt clubs around. You know, all parts here in Northeast Florida, there's a lot of hunt clubs, but I personally don't have any. But it's there's a lot of hunt clubs, but on hunting down here in Florida, it's different than what I'm not a big hunter. I grew up in Ohio. It's totally different up there. Down here, there are so many things out there in the woods and the water that can get you and hurt you. So you got to be extra careful and know what you're doing when you come down here and go hunting.
You run across a gator where you don't expect one, you probably be in for a rude awakening. So, all right. Jim EQ wants to know, what's your favorite food to make? Is it barbecue, your paninis? What is it? Anything. Good
question. I think my favorite food is chicken on the pit barrel cooker. Hanging that, you know, the split chickens, you split them in half, take the backbone out, and hang them on the hook. And no matter how you season them, they come out awesome.
Well, there you go. Another favorite question. Lewis at Our Shack Barbecue. What's your favorite beer, Rob?
Hey, Lewis, I hope you're doing good, my friend. My favorite beer, I'm a Miller Lite guy. I'm not a crazy, you know, IPA, all these different kinds of beers. I like to try different beers, but I usually just stick to the basic grocery store Miller Lite. You know, less filling, less whatever, less. That's just me. I'm simple.
Nothing wrong with that. And speaking of Miller Lite, I don't believe Mr. Mega Fred Zeppelin will be here tonight, CJ.
No,
he's probably at that Niners game. Just so you know,
that makes
a
lot of sense. Well, I'll ask his question when you're done, but I do want to acknowledge that I saw Miss Booger say that Keith is just busy, so he's doing okay. So I'm glad. So go ahead, Ken. Sorry.
Cool. Nope, I got one left for you. Cooking with James wants to know, Rob. Hold on. I'm what I sound. Son of a. All right. Wants to know if you ever think
you have
about
the game
going
on.
live.
You really have the game on.
Yeah, right there, man. 17-3 Niners. If anybody wants to know.
Go ahead.
I'm multitasking. So, Rob, any chance you're going to go live sometime on YouTube or no?
Hang on, I'm turning the game on real quick.
Shit. That's it. Back on.
Good night, folks. We're out.
Here, please.
Yeah, I've done a couple lives, but I'm learning that, especially if you need watch time, you got to go live, man. That's just, unless you're, if you're T-Roy or somebody like that. Other than that, you got to go live. If you're in it for the business or in it for the money, you've got to do the live. So I don't know. I only do them when it hits me, and I've only done about 2 or 3. So it just hits me once in a while, and I'll do one. But they're fun usually. They really are. I don't know why I don't do more. I really enjoy them, but just have to be in the mood. So maybe I need to crank out one a week or something.
Yeah, I think you'll see that when the people, well, in probably the newer channels too, they're taking a page out of a lot of, like, you and I aren't the oldest channels around, but we're not the youngest either. But I just hit the 4,000 hours. Red just hit the 4,000 hours. We had to do some lives. Obviously, me taking over the hot seat has definitely helped to get my hours up for sure. But I think you'll see a lot more lives. It seems to be the thing to do now. The cooking lives a little bit challenged, but to get on here and just BS for a little while and have a good time, that's huge. So, and it really does help the time, the hours. So. Yeah,
and I think when the lives that I go on, other people's lives, like Red or Chef Johnny or this show or any of them, you see a lot of the same people on there. So it's almost a given. If you go live, you're going to get the audience. You may not get, you may not get 50, 75, 100, people on there or something like that, but you're going to get an extreme amount of watch time, because that's one of the things when I hit the wall there a couple months ago, I kind of got disappointed. You put a lot of your heart and soul into these videos, and you kind of feel unappreciated sometimes if you look at the analytics. Say if you put out a 7-minute video and your average watch time is 2 minutes, you're like, because nobody has an attention span anymore, and it's just kind of like, why am I doing this? And I don't know. That's kind of the way I felt there for a while, and I really do try to watch all of everybody's videos that I watch, because I know it helps them, but I don't want to just look at something and leave a bullshit comment, So I try to be sincere about it and watch a few. And if people don't watch mine and I don't get the watch time, then it's just the way it is. Because like I said, I'm not here for the money. I'm just here for the fun.
Right. I think the lives are definitely fun, especially like a Friday night, a little bullshit session. We have a couple drinks, whatever. I think that's a good time right there. I've tried to do some live cooking, and it's fun, but I've done it twice, I think, so far, and I've cut myself a couple times each time because I'm not freaking paying attention, or I'm chopping up some freaking onions or something like that, and then, get the Band-Aid, get the kit, we got a bleeder. I've trying to get away from the live cooking. I did the Blackstone live cooking. I ended up frying my phone, so it's the live cooking may not be for me, but I love the live talk show and the live just going live, the bullshit. Like I may do it from Vegas, from the restaurant, or where I just put the selfie stick up because it's fun to chat. And you're right, some of the same people, or most of the same people, are going to be on here, and they're going to support and they're going to chat. And you may go on there with no premise, no anything to talk about. You just like, hey, let's just have a chat session, and the people in the chat will keep it rolling. Questions will come, topics, whatever. So I think the lives are I saw Kris from Bottle Cap BBQ did kind of bring up a point. So many people are going live that every hour of the day is down there taken up. So that may be a little downfall from that. But I think we get enough people watching, and the conversation is always good. So, all right, Kent, you good?
I got one more from Cooking with James. He wanted to know, Rob, you know, is being monetized that big a deal for you, or is it just a good time?
It's just a good time. I don't expect to get monetized. I really don't. I mean, if I do, I do. But that's in the beginning. I thought, man, that would be awesome, you know. But I've realized now I don't expect it. So, and I'm not disappointed. It's just fun doing this, and I would like to maybe get into other kind of videos also, just for fun. Just to, like you know, when I went to Louisiana, you know, fishing and hanging out with people and stuff like that. You know, I enjoy watching those and like the YouTube meetups and things like that. So, nah, I'm not in it for the money at all. If you're in it for the money, hope you get it. I'm not. It's just a good time, really, and some great people. It's all about the people, really, and the new friends you're going to meet. You're going to meet a ton of new friends.
Yeah, definitely.
I couldn't agree with you more on that, to be honest with you.
And the thing is with your channel, like, you may be wanting to do videos that help people learn how to make something. So you could do those videos, and, you know, hopefully they'll get in the algorithm and people will go to there to see how you barbecued some chicken, right? But the most part, our supporters are other YouTubers, right? Mm-hmm. And these are the people that are going to come and support you, and they want to see the meetups. They want to see you go fishing, or, you know, at dinner, or, you know, reviewing the next barbecue joint, whatever, right? These are the people that support us, and they'll watch the whole video because it's interesting to them. You know, you're right about watching TV. The only TV I watch is either sports or, you know, Food Network, maybe a couple other TV shows. But most of the time it's been on YouTube watching everybody. And I love seeing people go outside their comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
exactly. And you know, as we watch each other's videos and things, it's not just, I don't think we watch them just for the food. I really don't care what you cook, CJ. Right. But if you put a video out, I'm going to watch it because, you know, I consider you a friend, and everybody else I consider friends. You know, I'm going to watch your videos because it's about them first. And then it's about, you know, you can make the worst thing in the world that I would never want or like, but, you know, I'm going to watch it and check it out anyway, just because, you know, it's somebody that I enjoy. You know, it's all about their personalities and things, and I think that's what makes people interested first. I mean, I don't do that intentionally. It's I've been told that quite a few times, that, you know, if you seem like a decent person and you're caring and you're sincere, then it'll happen for you. You know, it really doesn't matter what you put out there.
Definitely. Hobo said, I watch reruns of Dawson's Creek. Kris, it's 90210. All right, let's get it straight. All right, Dawson's Creek was after my time. 90210 was my time. Leprechaun said I was in Dawson's Creek. Shit, I wish. I'd be in a different position right now. I'd be like James Vanderbeek. All right, I saw AB's in the house. What's up, AB? I'm glad you can make it. It's been a long time. Smoking and grilling with AB, also part of the Drizzle Effect. Love seeing you in there, man. Thank you for showing up. Let's hear. Ken, you said you only had that one question. You good, or you want?
I'm done. Done for now.
All right. How you holding up over there, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
All right. We're an hour in. You still good to keep going?
Whatever you guys want to do, man. I'm here.
All right, cool. Kent, how are you doing? I saw a yawn a couple minutes ago. You all right?
No, that wasn't a yawn.
You're just mad at the game, or what?
Well, it's 24-3 for the Niners, so.
Yeah, those poor Raider fans out there. But, you know, they're fighting for that first round, that first pick in the draft. So
they're doing a hell of a job at it, too.
Booger said we all saw him yawn, so there it is. Christy Cooking Channel says I watch old Mickey Mouse Club videos with Justin Timberlake. It's true, but Britney was on there. Christina Aguilera was there. Ryan Gosling. They were all together, so it could have been anybody. Hobo said something that was not very nice, but that's Hobo. Let's see here. So hour in, you're good. We're going to keep going, Rob, if you're good. So let's go. All right, let's talk about the home cook. Who taught you how to cook, brother?
I guess my mom. I guess it was Mom. Yeah, I just remember all the good food she made. She always called it country. We grew up in the country in Ohio, down near the Ohio River. A lot of farms, tobacco farms, and just regular, I don't know, just farms. All my relatives had not farms, but they had land and had, you know, gardens that were half acre. We always had big gardens where we lived, and you know, just it's funny. My mom made all kinds of food, and it was always, she called it country food. Then when I moved south, a lot of the same food was called soul food, and I was surprised. I was like, that's what my mom used to make. You know, a lot of it was. So it's just maybe we weren't as well off as a kid as I thought we were, you know, but we always had plenty to eat, and it was good. And I guess you just took what you had and made something good out of it. So, and that's what my mom did. I mean, she made, you know, comfort food pretty much. You know, you live in the country, you're eating comfort food almost every meal. So kind of like the dinner you had. I told you today earlier, I hadn't had that since I was a kid, you know. So it's just, I would say most of it from my mom, and just trial and error, you know, learning as you go. I don't know why I've always just liked to cook and always liked watching cooking shows. Like back in the day, you would see them on PBS or something when I was a kid.
Yeah, the Galloping Gourmet and Julia Child, Justin Wilson.
Yeah, exactly.
All the PBS channels.
Yeah. So, you know, I guess that's where it started, and I don't know, I just enjoyed it.
All right, cool. I see Josh and Babe showed up, so everybody say hi to Josh and Babe. I guarantee you Josh is into like 14 Manhattans by now, or old fashions or whatever he's drinking over there. We'll be seeing them. I'm trying to get out of here by 8 a.m. tomorrow, and we'll be in Vegas hopefully by noon. So look for a couple lives. I'm almost certain there's going to be a couple lives either on my channel or his with the debauchery that's going to be going on. So I never saw Mega Fred jump in. He's probably watching the game. But let's ask his question anyway. Favorite music, band, instruments, whatever.
I would say my favorite kind of music is blues. I grew up listening to what is called now classic country, you know, like Johnny Cash, George Jones. I mean, that's what my parents played. My mom loved Elvis, so listened to a lot of Elvis when I was a kid. She actually took me to see Elvis when I was probably 11, 12 years old. We went and seen him in concert, and I'm pretty proud to say that I got to go see Elvis once. But yeah, now
how old were you when you saw Elvis?
Probably 11 years old.
Wow.
Something like that. It was probably like 1970. 75, 76. He died probably 75, maybe 70.
Died in 77, right?
Yeah, he died in 77. Yeah. I still have one of his albums. I still have all my mom passed away about 11, 12 years ago. I still have all of her old Elvis albums, and on the back of one of them, I remember she wrote down the day he died. I remember she wrote down the date, and it's still written on there. I think it was August 16th, 1977. But anyway, now I'm more now in the blues. I play a lot of blues on my channel. It's not just because blues and barbecue go together. It's just kind of music I like. I like ZZ Top, but I play a lot of Tab Benoit, and I like Stevie Ray Vaughan, and the copyright thing. They bust your balls on that, so you can't always play what you want to play. But yeah, that's the kind of music I've been listening to. A lot of if you like Steve Winwood, he has a Greatest Hits Live. That's one of the greatest. I don't know what you call them now. Album, CD. Everything's digital, but I like rock. I like a lot of everything. I really do. A lot of rock, a lot of classic country, especially blues. So, but I listen to anything but. Well, I shouldn't say anything but mostly everything I like is older music. I don't even listen to the radio. I'm pretty much an Amazon Music guy, so which is bad. I don't even know what's out there that's really new. So kind of living in a closet when it comes to that, I guess.
So I haven't heard you mention Justin Timberlake yet. Why not?
I think I saw him. Didn't he play in the Super Bowl once?
Yeah. Yeah, the wardrobe malfunction.
Oh, that was him? Oh, okay. I thought that was yeah, okay. No, I'm just kidding.
Janet Jackson. No 90s R&B for Big Rob. Huh? All right.
No, I guess the 90s was more of Kurt Cobain, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I liked all that stuff when I was I graduated from high school in '94, so Kurt Cobain, the grunge era, that was all me. But I also liked all the '90s R&B and the hip hop and all that jazz. So we're just well rounded. And every time I ask that question, I always got to make sure I throw in Justin Timberlake in '90s R&B because those are both the best.
Well, everybody enjoys the music from their generation, from their being a early teen and their mid 20s, that kind of thing. So I hit all that in the early 80s. So all those really bad 80 movies, I still like to watch them, and so that old Van Halen stuff like that. To me, that stuff still sounds good.
The Van Halen album I knew the most was For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge.
Yeah.
That one of my highlight films for football, I think my junior year, the coach used that album on it. And Right Now and Fly and all that stuff, you got me hyped, man. I want to go stick that VHS in right now, go hit somebody. So,
but what the hell's a VHS?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, real quick, I saw Daryl from Bad Beast BBQ show up. Hey, better late than never. I appreciate you being here, Daryl. That's very cool to hear. Vanessa's dinner table. I shouted you out earlier. I just said Vanessa, so I'm sorry to say your whole name. Let's see. I see a class of '93. I know Christy was class of '92, I think. Someone said '84. How about that one? Anyway, Smoking Joe's Pit BBQ says he's been watching for an hour and his wife gave him a dirty look like he needs to get off. So have a good night. I love it. That's so funny, man. Yeah. All right. Let's see. What is your most memorable cooking fail? And I'm not talking about video, just as you're learning your thing and going up. So,
I remember when I was probably, I don't know, 10 years ago. I don't know how long ago it was. A couple things. I failed on mashed potatoes a couple times. I got so mad one night I threw them out in the backyard. I was so pissed off. Another one I made a pizza in the oven. When I pulled it out, I dropped it and flipped it upside down right on the on the oven door. I did the same thing. I got mad and scraped it off and just threw it out in the yard. I don't know if I had dogs back then or not, and they probably ate it. So it's probably more. Well, the fail was on the mashed potatoes making them. The pizza, I just dropped it. But other than that, you burn stuff here and there, stuff like that. It happens. I've never cooked my phone like you said you did, but
it just got too hot. All right. I was holding it over the thing, and it was like, temperature. Not my brightest moment. I'll agree. So someone already asked you what your favorite thing to cook was. People in the chat always taking my questions. Those bastards. What is your signature dish? What does everybody want you to make for them?
There's really not one. It's in the wintertime, I like to make chicken Alfredo a lot. That's usually pretty good. It might be pulled pork, and I haven't made that in a long time. I don't know why. I made it so much, you just kind of got burnt out on it. But, you know, smoke a pork butt, and you just have, it's just good. And you can do so much with the leftovers, too. So it's probably some.
On your channel yet?
Yeah, it's probably last spring, last time I done one. Probably need to do some more. But I like to, you know, to me, when I cook a pork butt, I think it's almost better as leftovers. It just changes, and I'm finding more and more that people season the hell out of them with, you know, everything in the world. But to me, when I do all that, and I've done it, and I cook them, and when I do it and then pull it off and you shred it, I really can't even taste the seasoning in there. It's almost like I need to season it after it's cooked. And I watched a video with Harry Sue, which I'm sure everybody's familiar with. And he did one with, you know, injections, and one with rubs and injections and all kinds of, and he did one with nothing at all. And when he was done, he said the one with no seasoning, nothing done to it, just threw it on the smoker, on his barrel smoker. He said that was the best flavor out of all of them. So, and I'm leaning more toward that, you know, like cooking more, just throw it on there and cook it, and then maybe season it a little bit afterwards almost. It just seems better to me. And I'm more into seasoning and less into sauces anymore. I don't even really care for barbecue sauces anymore for some reason. I just think the seasonings are so much better.
Yeah, I'm with you. I do. I believe that too. The seasoning. I'm not a big kind of saucy guy myself, so even on like ribs, I'm barely brushing it on. Like, I don't want a big mess. I just want a little flavor or whatever. So I'm with you. Just throw the rub in there, little juice, whatever, little the drippy maybe. I'm with you on that one for sure. All right. So you're at a fancy restaurant. Money's no object. What is your guilty pleasure?
Probably some Alaskan king crab.
Oh, yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, I think that's what I would go for. I don't know how much of that I could tear up, but man, I would eat until I couldn't eat any longer.
Oh yeah. That's why I love them fancy buffets in Vegas.
I bet.
They have those king crab legs. And the first time I ever went to a fancy restaurant and ordered them, and they came already cut, you know, split open. You know how to get messy. You just take that little fork, butter. Oh, so good, man. I know what I'm eating this weekend, damn it. All right. Cooking with James said I am a saucy guy. You silly boy. How you know? All right. So we talked about beer. You like your Miller Lite, which I grew up around that. My pops loves Miller Lite, or loved Miller Lite. He don't drink much anymore, but he was a big Miller Lite fan. So I'm with you on that. But is there any kind of other alcohol? Again, money no object. You're at a nice restaurant. You're having a nice dinner.
I'm a beer guy. I really am. I'll try, you know, especially if there's some kind of beer I've never had, never heard of. I go down to, I've been down to my brother's. My brother has a vacation rental down in it's called Minnesota Key, Florida. And we go out to restaurants down there, and I like to try. There's so many different kinds of beers now. It seems like most of or from what I see, there's a lot more like in the Northeast United States, but South Florida has quite a few. And I just like to try different beers like that. But I'm not a liquor guy, really. I tried it when I was younger, and I like it, but you know, it makes you fall down. It makes you not remember what you did and things like that. And that's just me. I can't handle the liquor. So I've always just been a beer guy, and I really enjoy the taste of beer. It's just, it tastes good. So I guess it would just be some, different kind of beer that I've never had before or tried before.
Right on. I'm with you on the beer. I do like hard alcohol. I'm not gonna lie. I love my whiskey and all that, but a cold Miller Lite, Bud Light, whatever, cold, like straight out the ice box, heavy duty on a hot day. I don't think there's anything better for sure. And I know Leprechaun will say, a cold Corona probably, but whatever. A cold ass beer on a hot day, I don't think there's anything better for sure. All right. See, a lot of chatting back and forth in the chat, of course. Bad Beast Barbecue. Hey, Daryl, you sent me that logo. You're going to change it up. When am I getting my logo? I want to put it on my videos soon. Let's go, Daryl. Can't just put everything aside and concentrate on me, Daryl. Come on. Damn it. We're kind of coming to the end of the questions, Rob. We still got a few more, but I want to give the chat a chance to ask questions. Like I said, we're running towards the end. But if you have questions, make sure you at Kent Vandy Weird, and we'll get them asked before we get going. I'm gonna ask one more question on my end, and then I will send you over to Kent, and he'll ask you whatever questions he has. Okay. Christy's Cooking Channel's lifetime question: what is the best and worst thing you ever made? And it doesn't have to be video, or just whatever.
Food?
Sure.
Food? That's tough.
Besides the mashed potatoes.
Yeah. I make good ones now. I don't know what the hell happened back then. I was just learning. The worst thing is gravy. I cannot make gravy. I don't know what it is. I just can't make gravy. I've tried. My Aunt Jeannie's taught me many times. My mom taught me. My Aunt Jeannie, she just had a birthday last month. She turned 80, 86 or 87, I forget. And she makes great sausage gravy, any kind of gravy. I can't make gravy. So I would say gravy is the worst thing. And the best thing, once in a while, I get lucky and I'll nail a steak, especially on that Santa Maria grill or Santa Maria accessory. Put that thing on top of the Weber kettle and throw a steak on there. But, I would just as soon have a nice big bacon cheeseburger than a steak sometimes. But that's probably the best thing, like a big ribeye on that Santa Maria. That's probably the best thing I've made.
I love that attachment too. I think those are so cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, Kent, how we doing, brother? You still awake over there? What's the score?
31-3. You're just
what?
lucky it's a commercial. I may be too busy to come on. So.
What quarter are we in?
Don't know that. Can't count that high.
I almost asked what inning. What inning is it? I don't know. All right. I do want to point out, just in case Red catches the rerun, the replay, Big Rob's sporting a Red's Barbecue and Pizzeria t-shirt. So there you go. Hey, world supporter, welcome. All right. Go ahead. Get your questions out, brother.
Let's see. What's this? Hobo just put something. I'll get to it in a second, maybe. Bill from Chicken Fried Barbecue. What's your next cooker going to be, Rob?
It's going to be. I don't know what the correct name is. It was, when I bought it, it was called a Discata. I don't know if that's the correct name because I've been told it's not. But I've got a Discata. Discato. Some of them call it a Disco something. But I've got one of those cookers in the box over here. I've just got to break it out. I've actually been waiting for it to cool down so I can go outside and cook with it and experiment with it. I don't know what we're going to do on it. Don't really know yet, but That's it. It's hard to say for some reason. Discata. Hopefully everybody knows what that is, but
yeah, the disc style cooker. Sure.
Yeah, it's actually supposedly it's a disc from a actual like the disc attachment you pull behind a tractor when you're after you plow a field and then you disc the soil. It's actually the leftover disc that they manufactured into this thing.
Christy said a plow disc.
Yeah, exactly.
Correct.
Exactly.
Correct. If you ever get out of the city, you'd know what some people are talking about, CJ. So I actually I have a guy here in town. I can get as many discs as I want. The problem is being able to weld up that center plug where it goes on the plow itself or on the disc. So let's see. Cooking with James wants to know, he says he hasn't seen a cook on your new offset that you got. Have you done a cook on that and videoed it yet or no?
I have not done a video yet. I've done a couple. The problem is I don't have any good firewood. The wood that I have, well, it's summertime. Well, it's been summertime. I know it's November now, but it's been summertime in Florida. It rains damn near every day, and I don't have anywhere to keep my wood dry. And I like to use pecan and oak. And I've actually been waiting till about this time of year. I'm going to build some kind of contraption out there in the yard where I can keep my wood dry and get some wood, because I did try to do a couple cooks. And if your wood is not totally aged and dry, you get all that nasty smoke, and you just can't get rid of that smoke. And if you smoke something like that, it looks good and it tastes pretty good, but man, it will mess you up, if you know what I mean. As it works its way through you, it will hurt you. So it's I saw I'm trying to think. Oh, Cosmo Q. I saw Cosmo do I can't remember what he was smoking now, and he was talking about that. About, man, you cannot have that white smoke in your smoker at all. So as soon as I get some decent wood, I'm definitely going to fire that thing up and then do some good cooks on it this fall or this winter.
How has Hobo not put a hashtag in there about decent wood?
I don't know. I'm waiting for it. So Hobo is on a roll. That is definitely for sure. So that is the last question I have right now. When I saw, oh wait, Nigel wants to know. We got to ask Nigel's question. I mean, come on, he's YouTube's biggest.
Fair enough. Knock it out.
Rob, do you have a 20 or a Burger 21 nearby? The OMG burger is awesome, apparently, he says.
No, I don't. I've never heard of them. Never heard of them. All I have is a Burger King.
Nice. Yeah, those are hard to find. Hobo, re-put your question in there. I didn't understand what you were saying earlier. So Hobo's, he says, I'm not going to ask his question again, but I didn't. When I scrolled up, it really didn't make a lot of sense. So repost it quick, Kris, would you please?
And Shane, I keep my wood also under my belly. I'm sure most of the fellows around here did too.
Yeah. You got a good tool. You got to have a shed to cut.
Have a big shed for a big tool, right?
Hobo said, just for clarity, are you talking about a damn Gabby grill?
Oh, the Santa Maria? Yeah. I guess he's probably talking about that. Yeah, the Santa Maria. I just have the attachment. Okay. I don't have the actual I don't know what you call the barrel or the, whatever you set it in. I just set it on top of a Weber kettle. I bought one off of the OfferUp app for like $15 that some guy was selling, and I just use it and I'll burn the wood in it until the bottom falls out of it. and then I have another one that
Sure.
I use, you know, just for regular cooks. But that thing is cool. I like it.
I can see that, definitely. So there you go, Kris. Am I off your shit list now? Jesus.
I swear, you piss off Kris so much every damn hot seat.
Well, I try.
Right. Let's see.
When you sent me when you sent me the contract, that was in the job description.
Hey, I'm with you. I understand completely. Rauscher Uncle, greetings from Germany. Dankeschön, brother.
Yes.
Thank you for being here. I love that we have people from other countries come on and watch. Kate, you said you just had that one, right?
Yeah. Hobo just threw a hashtag in there. It says, nope, still on the shit list. Mofo. My job is done.
That's funny. That's funny. Josh and Babe are still saying greetings from Vegas. So, what up, dude? All right. Kate, you're good. I'm going to go ahead and ask the question. The one and only. All right. 3 channels you watch. 1 big, 1 small, and 1 you think should be bigger.
I'm thinking I should have known. I don't know why I didn't plan ahead. I should have planned ahead a little bit. Big channel. I don't know what's considered really, really big. It would probably be T-Roy would be the big channel. I consider Booger's channel big.
Yeah.
I don't even know what her count is or her subscription count is, but
15,000, I think.
Is it really? Yeah. I mean, I watch her as a big channel. Papa Texas. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Papa Texas.
Everybody loves Papa Texas.
Yeah. I mean, he's the coolest guy in the world too. Small channels. Man, I've been watching a few lately. I can't even remember the name of some of the new ones I stumbled across. Help me out, CJ. The 2 you said that had similar names earlier.
Barbecue, Smoking Joe's Barbecue and Smoking Joe's Pit Barbecue.
Yeah, Smoke. And I'm sorry, Joe. I couldn't remember. Smoking Joe's Barbecue. He used to live in Florida. Well, him and Pickles, you know, both of them. They're kind of, they're not small, but they're small. But they have really good channels. And now I think probably Pickles would be the one I'm surprised is not bigger.
Because Pickles doubles too much. Uncle Pickles.
Yeah.
Uncle Pickles.
Yeah, I need like an audio booster for that guy. You know, he's got that voice that's
very low and soothing.
Oh yeah, very low. I mean, he I don't know how he stays awake, or he starts talking. I'm sure everybody in the house just goes to sleep because he just calms you so much.
So
you know, but
I love it.
But yeah, Pickles is cool.
Take care,
Pickles
Daryl.
got a new nickname.
Oh yeah,
somebody called him the Bob Ross of barbecue, and I think it's cool.
I think
like that.
Hilarious too. Cooking and James would like to be shouted out for being a small channel that needs to be bigger. So throw that out there for him. Stoke his ego.
I don't see how Cooking with James is a small channel.
Yeah,
because he has blown up. He has blown up in the past couple months.
Listen, I don't want to start the rumor that he paid for all his subs, but you never know.
Yeah, that's true. He must have somebody that like hacks YouTube and changes his numbers. Maybe
I'm not saying he has a very smart cameraman that knows how to do this, but
no, I'll tell you what. Whatever James is doing, he's doing it right because he is. I mean, he is. His count moves as fast as like the odometer on my truck every day. I mean, it's just like going up, 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 up. He's doing something right.
Nice. The General. Yeah, exactly. General Diamond. I'm trying to read what. I'm not a Cooking with James fan, but $5 is $5. Fair enough, Hobo. That's just funny. All right. The Mount Rushmore questions coming up. Don't worry, Hobo. All right. If you could cook with anybody in history, who would it be? Live or dead?
Good question. Good question. I knew I should have wrote these down playing ahead. Anybody in history. Anybody know? I'm trying to think of his name. He used to be on a Food Network. I thought he was so cool. He's a California guy. Michael Chiarello.
Okay. Yep.
You know him? Familiar with him?
Michael Chiarello. Yeah.
Yeah. I just thought he was cool. He was smooth. He made the coolest stuff. A lot of Italian food, but I never forget he had an outdoor oven or outdoor grill, which looked like an oven. He had a steak 2 inches thick or so, and he taught me how to cook a steak. He said, you throw that steak on the grill, and he said, you open a beer and you don't touch that steak until that beer is done, and then you flip your steak.
I like it. That's great.
I think it would be fun cooking with somebody like that. Really do.
I think he owns a restaurant that's real popular in Northern California, in Napa or something like that. It's like he's a French Laundry or some shit like that.
As I remember, he's a Napa guy. I haven't seen anything from him in a while. I was thinking the other day to look him up on YouTube. He probably has stuff on YouTube. I mean, it's an income stream. So, yeah, I'm sure he has restaurants. I know he has a big vineyard out there.
Hobo said he has a steak about 2 inches or so, too. Everybody subscribe to Babe of Josh and Babe. I don't think Babe is subscribed to all of us, but get there, Babe. I know Josh is ignoring you for either texting me, because he's texting me right now, or in the chat. So, Babe, you have nothing better to do. Go and subscribe to everybody, and use your Babe of Josh and Babe subscribe. All right. All right. Your personal Mount Rushmore. Who's on it? Who do you love? Who do you respect the most? Who's it going to be? And it's okay to put me on there. I understand.
All right. Well, it would have to be my dad. My dad's on there first. He's still alive and kicking and having a great time. He's going to turn 85 this month.
Wow. God bless him. That's awesome.
Yeah. And he still runs around and plays and drinks a beer and has a good time. He's a Korean War veteran. He's big into, VFW, American Legion, that kind of thing. So would be my dad. Whew, that's a tough one too. I'd have to put my mom up there too. My parents were awesome, or they are awesome. My parents both up there, and the third one would be tough. That would be tough. Probably. I'm gonna say my best friend that I lost years ago. Lost my best friend when we were in our late 20s. He was just out of the Navy. I was still in the Navy. I don't know. We were like brothers, very close. It's been hard for me to get close with anybody again just after that. So I would say that's my top three.
Yeah, that's sweet. There's one more spot. And
there is.
Everybody's thinking about it, but they want to put Duke on there.
Okay. He's asleep over here on the golf cart. If I get him to wake up, I'd show him to y'all again. But yeah, we can put him up there too.
Rob,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Suggestion for you for your fourth one instead of Duke, even though the star of the show. How about Woody Hayes?
Oh man, nice. I almost wore my Woody Hayes shirt. Today. Yeah.
All right, kid. I saw the sticker behind Duke on the golf cart on the garage door. There you go, buddy.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. I'm glad you brought that up. That's a good one. And you're an Iowa man.
There you go. Yeah, and there you go, LeprakonTV. That was for you too. That's all the love I can give to a Buckeye. I'm sorry.
All right, cool. Go Buckeyes. I'll put I will be putting the chat the hangout link in the chat in a few minutes. Okay. Let's see here. Get your questions in if you have any more. Okay. We're running close to the end here. What is something that most people don't know about you?
I'm a pretty quiet, stay-at-home guy. Not very outgoing. I don't know if they know that or not by my videos, but I'm just kind of. I'd rather be at home. I don't really go out to eat. I don't go out and do much. Just go out and work and come home, and I'm just happy at home, eating my own food and just hanging out outside. Maybe you call me a homebody or I don't know what. I'm not a big social person. I can be, but I just prefer to hang out at the house.
All right, cool. No worries. I'm assuming you don't have any more questions. Am I making a correct assumption?
Actually, I just got one from James, and I think Rob had pretty much answered it with that last one. But he wanted to know of these three things, which is your favorite? Barbecuing, fishing, or just hanging at the house?
Hanging out in the house, barbecuing. And if I got some fish, throw that on the grill too. That'd be good.
That's awesome. All right. We're coming up to we're hour 45, so way to go. Daddy Cooks, hey, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Probably from parts unknown, but that's awesome, man. Welcome. We're coming up on the end, Phil, but I'm so happy you're here. Very cool. Last question. Who would you like to see on the hot seat?
You got to get Pickles on here.
Pickles is a guest.
Oh, is he?
He will be a guest on, wait for it. No. Wait.
January.
29th. No. November 29th, Pickles is on.
Oh, that's coming up soon.
Yep. And he's freaking out. So it's going to be fun. You're going to have some fun with Pickles. I'm going to call Heather, his wife, and tell her to get him liquored up so we can hear him. So that'll be a good time.
You might have to mail him a mic or something.
Yes.
It won't work.
I don't know. When I send out microphones, they don't seem to work for some reason. All right. Kent, you got anything you didn't want to say before we wrap it up?
Rob, appreciate it, man. Love your videos. Love the music on your videos. Think it's cool what you do with Duke.
All right, cool. Rob, you got any last minute or last ditch comments, whatever?
Yeah, I just want to, thanks, Kent, for those kind words. I appreciate it, brother. And thank you, CJ, for inviting me to be on here. And just want to thank everybody that's been here tonight, everybody that supports the channel and comments. And like I said earlier, it's like 99.9% positive, which is awesome. This is a extremely great community of people that we're all associated with, and I'm proud to be a part of it and happy to be a part of it. And I just thank everybody. This has been fun tonight. It's a lot more fun than I expected. So if you're asked to be on here, don't be nervous. It's a blast. It really is.
Yeah, someone needs to tell that to Pickles. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Rob, thank you so much for being on, man. I just tell everybody you're a good dude. We love talking to you. We dig the support you give everybody. I dig the support you give me. Anytime you want to come around, I'm here for you. You're gonna make it out to the left coast. I'm here for you, brother. Kent did a great job, man. I'm glad we were able to work out the issue we had with your hangout. I'm glad we were able to get in there.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Cooking with James says, "Tell Rob, you're awesome. You're one of the first people he subbed to." So very cool. All right, guys. I'm gonna throw the link for the hangout in the chat. Rob, just stick around. Real quick though, I want to announce that on Monday we're having a special hot seat with Barbecues and Bottles, which is Jared from Barbecues and Bottles. This guy's a huge Instagrammer, has over 400,000 Instagram followers, and I wanted to give him an opportunity to come on. Thursdays don't work for him. He's crazy busy. So not only is he managing his YouTube and the Instagram, he also, has a daytime job just like the rest of us. So Monday, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock Eastern, we're doing another one. And then regular scheduled Thursday hot seat will be Jay from LeprakonTV. And it'll be good. Get Jay on here with a couple Coronas. It'll be freaking awesome. All right, guys. I'm gonna throw in the chat the link. Please don't jump on until we're done here. But I really appreciate you all being here. Again, thanks, Robin. Thanks, Kent. Thanks to all the moderators. Thanks to all the people in the chat. I hope everybody subscribed to everybody. That's it. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us on the hot seat. All right. Take care, everybody. Have a good weekend.